Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the RMTV Women's podcast. This is episode 169, and you've got the pleasure of mine and Amy's company this evening, or this morning, or
Whatever.
night, or wherever you're watching it. It's currently Thursday, the 12th of May for us. Yeah, I had a little break last week. We hope you don't mind. Just a little week off. Recharge the batteries, refresh the mind. Obviously a lot's happened for the club since then. Always seems to be that there's something that happens when we don't post for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just dive straight in and talk about it. Obviously, nature of the game, players are going to leave.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that 5 players have left the club. We knew that there was going to be people leaving. We just didn't know who and when and all that. But we can confirm that Jay Bailey, Charlotte Wardlaw, Michaela Moore, Rihanna Dean, and Evie Smith have all left the club. Now have all departed. Obviously, I think we can have a little say about each individual one, but there's obviously a few in there who haven't really featured a lot for us this season. Obviously, Jay Bailey wasn't really a starting 11 player this season for us. Rihanna Dean obviously was really unfortunate with her injury as well this season. She didn't really feature a lot. Evie Smith just got promoted into the squad this season. So that's like really unfortunate for her as well, especially since she's come up through the academy as well. So that's a bit disappointing for her. But then you've got the likes of Charlotte Wardlaw, who was such a key figure for us this season. And then you've obviously got Michaela Moore, who was kind of in and out the sides.
Yeah.
You know, I think she featured a lot more first half of the season than she did second half of the season. But in their own way, all 5 of those players, maybe take out Evie Smith just simply because she was obviously like a fringe player, obviously just getting promoted to the senior squad. But all of them, you know, they are key players in key areas, which you'd think going into next season is a real big highlight as to maybe where we're looking to get players in this summer and strengthen this summer. I don't know if there's anyone in particular out of those 5 that you'd sort of highlight and say this is, you know, we're losing a lot here.
Yeah, well, I think in terms of like on pitch, it's got to be Wardlaw is the one that probably sticks out for us. Although she was only with us a season, I think what she actually did throughout the course of that season warranted quite a lot. She assisted, she scored goals, she seemed such a key person within like the dressing room. She brought loads of energy, charisma to kind of whatever she did, and at such a young age she spoke so well and was just so like gifted in a way that she was just able to join the team, play very well, and settle in sort of straight away within like the first few games. So I think she's going to be a massive loss. And I don't know, something in the back of my head, I was like, she's going to stay. She's going to keep going. She's going to sign a contract with us. She's not going to stay at Chelsea. But when you look at a club like Chelsea, who've just been crowned champions the 3rd year in a row, guaranteed Champions League football, all that sort of stuff, I guess it's quite a hard opportunity to turn down. And obviously with the situation that Chelsea have at the minute, not sure whether they can bring in new players, blah, 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 all this sort of stuff. You can imagine it was very, very tempting to go back, and obviously that's the decision that she's chose. But I think that's probably a position where we're looking that we need to maybe re-strengthen. I think Raza is fantastic in that position. But I feel like we just need that little bit more of a creative player, like a Taylor Hines, but on the other side. Do you know what I mean? Like something like that. Yeah. So I think that's definite space to look at and to bring someone in. And then you look at the other guys. I mean, Jay Bailey, what a player. I mean, it feels like she's been here a lot longer than she has. She was only here for like 2 seasons, was it? Or 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah, 3. I think I want to say 3. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I remember when she signed alongside Mel Lawley and Becky Jane, and we did like the stats bit like show with their pictures up and where we think they were going to play. And I feel like she's just it's going to be weird not seeing her in like a Liverpool shirt within the squad, on the team sheet, all that sort of thing, because she's been with us for so long. And then Michaela Moore, for me, is really, really sad. I feel like there's so much more to Michaela Moore than what we've seen, especially I didn't even mean to do that. That was fantastic. I want to do that again. I feel like there's so much more to her than what we sort of seen this season in terms of, you know what? I think the Olympics really, really hindered her this season. She came back into the squad really, really late, had no pre-season with a new manager, i.e. so not really seeing how she sort of works within the team from his perspective. Fitness would have been slightly down because she'd had a little bit of off time from the Olympics, and then coming back, that caused her to be even later. So I think she just found it really, really hard to settle back into the team.
Yeah.
And she just wasn't getting picked. So you can see why she's gone, whether that was her decision or Matt Beard's decision. But I hope she goes somewhere where she can get full time, lots of game time. Because I feel like she's such a great player and she has so much potential within her, and just such a great human. And I'm really, really, I'm really, really sad to see her go. Who else have we got? Rihanna Dean. I mean, that's a bit heartbreaking, that, isn't it? Absolute belter of a game against Watford, and then is literally injured for the rest of the season, didn't step back on the pitch.
And it kind of felt like each week, like the initial, when she got injured, it was like, oh yes, probably about 6 weeks out, and you're like, and it was getting closer and closer to the end, and you kept asking my beard, like post-match, like, any injury update, Rihanna Dean? He was always like, yeah, a couple of weeks away. It was always just a couple more weeks. And she kind of got back into like the squad and was training, and I think she maybe even been on the bench a couple of times. And then it was just like, that's her season, like it's out. And that must be so difficult for a player who's come into a new team in a really important season for this team. She probably kind of feels like she hasn't helped at all. And obviously that Watford win was massive. Like that was massive for our season. But it must be so difficult to be injured for a whole season, have to watch your teammates go through this really unbelievable run of games, and obviously finally win the league, get back promoted. And that must be like really difficult to sit there and think like, oh, I didn't really get to experience it, and now I'm leaving and having to go somewhere completely new again. And because you don't know where these players are going to end up, do you?
No. I do really feel for her. I feel like we probably could have seen a lot more from her had she been on the pitch. I mean, the Watford times were where Leanne Kiernan wasn't really scoring too much, and there was no one really we were like looking to like get all the goals from. So she comes in, puts a mark down. We're like, oh my god, she's going to be like 12 goals
in the season. Like she's going to get so many goals. She's going to be a key player, change the game. It's like. Oh.
Yeah, I just think she had obviously so many setbacks through the recovery of that initial injury that it was always going to be tough. But I think for any player, when they get injured like that, having a fresh start is the best thing you can possibly do. And that's probably come into play with the decision that she's made.
Yeah.
But it's a shame that we never got to see her full potential, because I feel like another club is going to, and then we're going to look and go, oh, God's sake.
And she's still so young as well, isn't she? Like she's so many years ahead of her to play, and I don't think it'll be it won't necessarily be a bad thing for her. Like you said, then a lot of clubs will be looking at her. She's such a talented young player that's still got a good career. So
and like she can be like coached. Do you know what I mean? Like she can improve under like the right guidance. I think when you're that young, it's like a lot easier to do that. But yeah, fingers crossed we see her sort of back and playing football, because she seems like such a nice, genuine person. And obviously you wouldn't wish someone to be out for pretty much the whole of the season. You wouldn't wish that on anyone, really, would you? So it's such a shame for her, and hopefully she kind of comes back from that even better.
And then looking forwards, then 5 players going, which means there's space for 5 players to come in. And it's kind of like, wow. It seems that every season, women's football is always the same, whether it's down to contracts, whether players want to leave, whatever else. But it's always a mass overhaul in a lot of squads.
There's always movement, isn't there?
Yeah, and you kind of just get used to who's in your squad, and then all of a sudden it's transfer window again, and you've got to let them go, make
Bizarre.
room for more, and learn about a new player and see how they fit into the team, and what about this person, what about that person? It's like, but it's kind of the thing that's different to men's football is there's transfer rumours every single day in men's football, and you know who's linked and who isn't. You can you can learn about players. For women's football, you just know once it's announced, and that's who you're getting, and that's it. They've signed, and you're like, right, okay. You don't really have time to prepare. You don't really have time to sort of think about rumours or anything, which kind of, I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, because in my head I'm like, oh, I don't want the stress of will they sign, won't they sign, but then I also hate the unknown, and I'm like, I just want to know now, like, who is it, who are we getting, are they going to be good, are they going to fit into our team, because it's such a special group of players, such a close-knit group of players as well. And I think that's what's really been a key figure in us getting promoted this season was the unity of our squad. And now you've taken out, like you said, some really key players like Rihanna Dean and Charlotte Wardlaw were like best buds in that squad.
Yeah.
Really big personalities. Jade Bailey was a really big personality. All of them were, Moore, Evie Smith, all big personalities. And then you're kind of taking them out the dressing room. It's like, how's it going to affect the squad now, and how's it going to be affected when new players come in as well?
Yeah, you never know. There always is such a mashup when it comes around to like this time of year.
Yeah.
But like, it's exciting at the same time. Although it's like sad to see players go, it's really exciting to see who like we bring in. And we never have any idea, so when it happens, it's great. And as you said, like, because there is so much movement, it's almost like hard to get like attached to whoever's in like at the time. But I feel like players like Jade Bailey, who'd obviously been for multiple seasons, I feel like it's a lot tougher to say goodbye than it is to like Wardlaw, for example, who's only been here for like one season. But yeah, I'm interested to see who comes in and sort of fills that void. And I genuinely don't know. Like, I genuinely have no idea.
No, like you can kind of like give it a guess, can't you, in terms of like who's left certain clubs over the last week or so, and there's obviously names thrown about. But yeah, it's you honestly you just never know at all, which kind of makes it
more interesting.
It makes it more interesting, makes it exciting, but it's like all of a sudden, probably just like next Tuesday or something, there's going to be an announcement.
It's random, but yeah.
Here's 5 new signings, and you're like, whoa, okay.
Oh, do you remember? What year was it?
I think it was the year that like Christy Murray signed and all that.
It's like 5 in a day or something.
Murray, Fahy,
Raza, Kirsty, Fran.
Yeah, there was like 7 players, or like across like 2 days or something, and it was like,
oh, it was bizarre.
We don't have time to make graphics for these people. Like,
literally don't have time for that. If we could spread it out this time, I would be very, very grateful.
Yeah, just like if you do one a day, that's fine, but just not 5 a day. Like, give us a minute. Do you know what I mean?
5 a day was a bit much, and I remember just like, oh, here we go again. Oh, we're going again.
Retweet.
Yeah.
People.
Quotes. Get an image.
Yeah, but it will be interesting. It's sad to see people go, but then you're going into the big league now.
You are. Change has got to be made for change to happen.
You need consistency, and that's the be all and all of it. That's the nature of the game. Players come and go. But yeah, we'll see. It will be interesting. Obviously, we'll keep you up to date as much as possible on new signings and whatnot. And we find out exactly the same time as you. So fingers crossed it's someone good. I'm sure it will be.
Absolutely lovely.
Yeah. We'll move on. Another exciting thing that happened for the club this week. Well, for all women's clubs, their teams will now be in FIFA. So next year's FIFA, well, next year's, but it comes out this year, but it's next year's.
It's all bizarre. Is it 2023 then?
So FIFA 2023 will feature women's teams. So obviously Liverpool women will be in FIFA, which is unreal. I was like, the last 2 years I haven't really bought it because I don't really play it.
Oh, I'm getting it. I don't even play it.
Yeah, but I'm like, I've got to buy it. This one, there's another 60 quid coming out my bank account.
Should we do a series, a little career mode?
Well, yeah, I think we actually should do. Do this.
Little LFC Women career mode on FIFA.
Yeah, Liverpool women's career mode, get us back in winning WSL titles. I wonder if we do it as a career mode or whether it's just because when they put the England with like the international teams in, you could only play it like as a exhibition game. So I wonder if it'll just be like that, because if it is, that's kind of an issue. You would just have to jig it so that like we just play a different team each week. Maybe, I don't know. We'll just try and do something with it. But yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, that's exciting. It kind of, I feel like that's kind of a big step. Because
I want to be Mel Lawley on the wing.
I know, yeah. Like, imagine 10 years ago, Lauren would have loved to have had women on PlayStation. I'd have loved it.
I've never been into FIFA, but I feel like this is the chance to now get into it.
I think it is, and it's such like, it's just about like visibility, like of the women's team being in like the biggest football game in the world.
Yeah.
And the
family, I love it.
In it, so it'll be exciting. But yeah, we'll definitely try and do something that sounds really exciting. I'd love a little career mode, but I doubt. I think it'd just be like exhibition games, which is.
We'll have to see what happens. Either way, I'm sure we can come up with something to do.
Yeah, we will definitely. But also with the Women's Euros coming up, we've decided that we're also going to do some stuff with like the sticker books.
I'm going to go to Tesco tonight and see if there is it. No, it's not going to be in Tesco, is it? It's in WH Smith's.
Oh, it's not one of them round here, girl.
No, I have to go into town for that. Might get one at the weekend. Want me to pick you one up?
Yeah, grab us one, and we'll do a little.
I just want to find Rachel Furness and maybe Lucy Bronze.
Well, I think that can be like a challenge for us as well. Like, we can try to find like the Liverpool players.
Maybe what we do is like every podcast leading up to the Euros, we bring like one player that we pack during the week, which is our like favourite player, and like play us.
Yeah, we'll definitely we'll have to do something.
I love that though. I love sticker packs. Didn't they do? Yeah. They did for the World Cup as well, didn't they?
They did. I used to. Did you have match attacks when you were little?
No, I was never cool enough.
I had match attacks.
Oh, of course you did.
Yeah, used to go to the playground and be like, "Who'd you get?"
I'll trade you.
Yeah, literally though. I remember trading a pack. I can't remember who I gave away now. I think it was just like a general squad player that they needed to like complete their set. And he was like, "Oh, I'll give you a pack for like those two players," and I was like, "Yeah, it's fine." And I opened the pack, and it was a Torres 2009 Torres shiny. Well,
shiny.
A shiny. Well, you can imagine me. You can imagine me opening a Fernando Torres shiny, gold shiny. Oh,
I'm surprised you didn't spontaneously combust then and there.
It's a core memory in my life. Like, I will never forget it. It is a core memory.
I love that.
Yeah. So you can expect some excitement of a bag of Rachel.
I'm in. I'm game. I'm gonna spend so much money on cards.
I know. First to complete their book wins.
I'm not going to complete the book. I ain't got no money, but I'll do my very best.
Every time I go Tesco 4 times a week, I'll just be like, "Yep, that's another pack. Yep, another pack."
Literally.
I would just be like posting them for you. letterbox. Like, yeah, there's a pack for you.
Oh, I just love the sticking process. Is what I enjoy.
I might just leave them. I might just like leave them in like your window or something in your car. Just like you just wake up to go to work the next morning, just like Rachel Furness stickers like on your window.
But like, yes, I've got it.
You're like trying to peel them off so delicately, like.
I've seen loads of people having Furness ones, and I really hope they're not sold out.
I'm gonna. Oh no, yeah. No.
They must have like a lot of like circulating.
Yeah. No.
Or maybe I don't know. Fingers crossed, eh?
Yeah, it will be fine. Well, just a mad thought I had today as well, completely off topic. But when I was thinking about us doing the podcast tonight, I was like, oh, like Amy literally lives like a stone's throw away from me now. Like she's literally around the corner, and I was like, I wondered how long it'd take me, if we left this on. If I just like drove to yours, like
Come
how,
on.
like if we timed it, like how long it'd take. If I just like appeared in your Zoom, like
We're
yeah,
gonna do it. We'll do it one day.
I'm gonna have to do that because I was like, that'd be so funny just to be like,
It must take less than 5 minutes.
oh yeah, like depending on traffic. Like
Looking
now, what time is it?
You're probably looking at the same cloud that I'm looking at. Oh, there's a bird. Can you see it?
No.
Oh, never mind.
I mean, there's probably a bit out there, but don't. Or like if we just did it, you'd probably win actually. If we said like, oh, who first to the Tesco, you'd win actually.
Oh, I'd win. I'd win
100%.
walking. I can just run.
Yeah, you could probably walk and get there before me actually.
Yeah. Or like meet in the middle of Croxton Park.
Yeah, like first one to the
Because we live like the other side of the parks, I think. So the park's in the middle, like here and here, aren't we?
Yeah. First one to West Derby Village wins.
Oh, it would be me. I'm closer than you.
I don't know, I reckon it'd be a close call.
I think we're probably about spot on.
I know a little shortcut.
Oh.
I reckon it'd be good.
Is this walking or driving?
Well, it could be either, but I think even if we walked, I think
I would win because there's a shortcut in the park.
Yeah, and
I would sprint if there was.
The park is literally there for me. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, me too. There's a little road that goes around to the bottom of the field.
Yeah, so
just out where we live, but it's fine.
And I know exactly what field you're thinking of. That goes, and I know exactly where it is, and it's a longer way than you think.
It's not
to the village than you think.
It's not.
Compared to me, it's longer to the village than you think. I reckon we'd meet in the middle. I reckon we'd see each other.
Yeah, probably.
We're gonna have to do this now.
We're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it and GoPro cameras to our heads, like.
Yeah. It'll take me about 20 minutes to get off my estate just to walk down.
Oh god, yeah, your estate's a bit long.
Right at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah,
anyway, that's just a thought I had today. I thought
we're gonna have to do it. We're gonna have to do it and then have like stall. There was something. Yeah. Like what can I do in the meantime? Like how many times can I do something while Lauren's travelling to my house?
Yeah.
Like how many keep-ups can I do or something like that?
I think it'd be so funny.
And then you just like walk in.
Imagine but just leaving the Zoom on, like just leaving some still here, and I just appear like, oh yeah.
That was so funny. We're gonna have to do it now. You put the idea in. We'll have to do it.
I know, but yeah. Completely off topic, but that's just something I thought about today, and I was like, that'd be so funny. So, another thing that was released today, obviously, I don't know if anyone's noticed while we've been at Prenton and stuff this season, but there's been a lot of cameras following the squad round. And it was always why is there loads of cameras here, but the game's never on the telly? But it turns out a documentary has been filmed this season based on our Liverpool squad. It's called Going Up, How the Reds Returns to the WSL.
I mean, they could have been a bit more creative with the name.
They could have been, but, is what it is. But it premieres on LFC TV this Sunday at 9 o'clock.
Can we watch it? Can I come round and watch it?
Yeah.
Should we have a premiere?
Should we have a watch party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you only watch it on LFC TV?
Yeah. I'm hoping it goes on. I'm hoping it goes on like YouTube and stuff as well. Like later on, like they'll obviously premiere it on there, but it looks interesting. There's a if you go online. If you go online.
There's a little teaser.
Yeah, there's a little teaser, and they've obviously got some sit down interviews.
I've not seen it yet. I've not been able to.
It looks good. It looks interesting. It'd be nice to see some sort of like behind the scenes stuff. With the squad.
I wonder if we're like in it behind the scenes.
Just in the background, just see us two like
filming.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. But it looks like there's like stuff like inside the dressing room and stuff during
Oh,
games as well, which is
awesome.
is always really interesting to see how players
That's
interact during half times and the type of stuff the manager says to the players and whatnot, and you see who's vocal, who isn't,
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Should
And then
we
obviously,
get everyone together on Sunday and watch it?
sure, we should put a little message in the group chat and just
Yeah,
see what the score is. I've got LFC TV, so
I'm coming
um,
round.
yeah, we can always base it here. But well, yeah, I can smell
Exciting.
toast.
Ooh,
Isn't that like a
I
sign?
love toast. I don't have it
Isn't
enough.
that like a sign for something like when you can smell like burnt toast?
You've
Stop
got
for a
very
minute while I Google it.
I feel like we should probably wrap it up if we don't have anything else to talk about.
I just really want to know what it means.
I just had a message from Ross Chanley saying I'm on the telly.
You're on the telly.
Yeah, why am I on the telly?
Is it Miss Kick?
Oh yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
Oh, that was weird. I probably should have been watching that.
Sinus infection, migraines, allergies, respiratory infection, dental issues, exposure to toxins. Is smelling burnt toast a sign of a stroke?
Oh God! I think we should end now so you can go and seek medical help.
I'll go and sit with someone just in case something happens. Anyway,
On that note,
I wonder what will make an appearance on Out of Context this week.
probably can you see that bird in the sky?
Probably, yeah.
I love looking at it because I didn't realise what we say.
No, I mean, we always knew that one last week was going, or the week before was going to be on there. We knew that.
Yeah.
But we'll wait and see. I'm excited now to see what happens there. But yeah, thank you very much for watching this week's podcast. We hope you enjoyed. Remember to like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, obviously with the season being over now, videos might be a little bit staggered or a little bit different, but we're going to do our best to get as much content out as possible. And obviously we'll have the women's Euros stuff as well. We'll cover as much as that as we possibly can. So any ideas, anything you want to see, let us know in the comments below and we will do our best to get some stuff out. But yeah, thank you very much for watching and we will see you all next time with a new video. Bye.
Bye.